Hi, and welcome to this special edition of Inside COD. This month's show is dedicated to Matt Elias, who is a producer, director, editor, graphics artist, and the creative genius behind Inside COD. The Courier crew is saddened by the loss of Matt, and we hope that this month's show will pay tribute to a man we called a friend and a mentor.
On this episode of Inside COD, we talk to Jessica Miller from the Make-A-Wish Foundation about the wishes they grant to children with life-threatening medical conditions. We had a chance to meet up with some furry friends courtesy of the Animal Rescue Foundation. And we'll get to hear from some of the people who worked with Matt here at COD. All that and much more coming up.
Hello and welcome to this special episode of Inside COD. I'm your host, Nick Petrillo.
And I'm Anna Pierczynski. Joining us today at the round table is Jessica Miller from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So can you kind of explain to us quickly what Make-A-Wish Foundation is and what it does?
Absolutely. Make-A-Wish grants wishes to children with life-threatening medical conditions. And we do that because we believe that hope is medicine. When a kid gets a psychological lift from planning a wish and enjoying the wish and remembering the wish, it actually helps their physical health. We have research to back that up, and new research is happening every day that continues to reinforce that.
Now, our former crew member, Matt, was able to have a wish fulfilled for him a few years ago. So can you tell us a little bit about his wish?
Yeah, so Matt's wish was really interesting, and every wish is unique to every child. So he wished to meet the producers of a show called Toonami, which is produced down in Atlanta, Georgia. And so he went there for a few days to meet with them to see how it's all made. And he worked with them a little bit, and seems like when he was there, he made some great friends and professional connections.
So do you happen to have a favorite or a memorable wish that you've helped fulfill?
Well, this past summer, we had a really fun wish that had a lot of community involvement. Christian wished to be a superhero, and he's a little guy from the south suburbs who has a heart condition and spent a lot of time in the hospital. And his mom said he was really quiet and reserved, but he did want to save the city. So our wish granters are volunteers. They work directly with him and his family to plan his wish, and then a lot of folks in the city were involved in granting it. We kind of took over Navy Pier and Adler Planetarium and Maggie Daley Park one summer day where he ran around and took care of all the villains, and the Chicago Police Department was a super great help, drove him around in a motorcade. So it was a really wonderful wish and a great experience for him and for everyone who was involved in granting it.
That's amazing. So what can we do to help support these wishes?
So everyone can help in any way. If you visit illinois.wish.org, there are a number of ways to get involved. You can volunteer. If you know a child who might qualify, you can learn how to refer them. You can donate money. You can donate airline miles. You can visit one of our events. Or you can just follow us on social media and see what's happening and keep getting inspired by our amazing Wish families.
All right, and are there any events close to us coming up?
So we have a couple of things. On November 4th, our associate board is throwing I Wish to Party, a cocktail event down in the West Loop. So that's always fun. And then on November 16th, across Illinois, Chipotle will be donating half of proceeds from that day for anyone who mentions Make-A-Wish when they order their lunch or dinner.
Well, I might just have to head down to Chipotle that day.
I know we'll be there.
Thank you so much, Jessica.
Thanks for having me.
For more information about this wonderful cause and how you can help, please visit their website, illinois.wish.org.
And coming up next, I introduce you to some positively adorable guests from the Animal Rescue Foundation.
And later, we'll get to hear about some of our crew's favorite memories about Matt. But first, here's a look at your COD calendar of events.
The College Theater presents These Shining Lives, a story that follows 4 women working at a radium dial in their courageous fight for justice. Shows run from October 5th to the 22nd, Thursdays, Saturdays at 8 p.m. and Sunday at 3 p.m. Visit themac.org for more information. On Tuesday, October 17th, the college will be hosting a free college fair from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the Physical Education Center Arena. Representatives from more than 200 colleges and universities across the U.S. will be on hand to provide information. And the college is hosting the annual Black Kids Competition on Saturday, October 28th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Children from kindergarten to 6th grade can compete in this national building competition using interlocking plastic blocks and provided materials. Visit www.nrec.org naicchicago.org for more information.
The Animal Rescue Foundation of Illinois is dedicated to helping homeless pets find their forever homes. I recently got the chance to cuddle up with some of these furry new friends.
Our Animal Rescue Foundation has been around since 1985. It started with 3 ladies in a van, and it grew over time. We are now approximately 60 volunteers. We are a home-based rescue, which means there is no facility. All of our volunteers are fosters. All of the dollars that we raise on our own from events like this with adoption fees and our private donations and fundraisers that we hold, every dime of it goes to the animals. We accept all kinds of donations. Cash is always welcome. There's a donate button on our website. We have taken donations of pet supplies, dog food, cat food, any type of animal-related donation. We can always find use for it.
We have to save almost 1,000 animals a year. We do. And we have to feed them, and we give them vet care and vaccinations, and we have them all fixed if they're of age.
We help dogs of all ages, cats of all ages. We don't turn away animals because of health conditions.
ARF covers all the medical costs for fosters. They cover all the food costs. All I do is provide them a place to live and love them until they're ready to be adopted.
We need volunteers. You know what we need especially is fosters, because we are foster-based, so we only save as many as we can foster. It's very simple. You go online, you fill out an application, and they contact you. You know, here I am. I have 2 foster failure dogs and 5 cats. And that's not unusual, because we fall in love with them. But I've also gotten adopted out at least 100 that I've fostered, so.
We do strict reference checks to make sure that our animals go in good homes. And then we hope they keep in touch with us forever and ever and ever through our social media with the animals that they adopt, because it makes our fosters really happy to see that these animals really do go on to save, to have wonderful lives with the people who save them.
When we heard about this event here, we were so excited. We said, we can't live without a dog now. We need to have one at home. So that's how we decided to come here. And we saw Juno. When we saw we just fell in love with Juno and said, we're going to come and get Juno. I think Juno has such friendly eyes. I mean, that's what I looked at. I looked at those eyes and they're so cute and adorable.
We took in a dog named Navy along with a transport of other animals that were being held in a hoarding situation, and these animals had never been outside of cages in a backyard in their lives. We discovered shortly thereafter that Navy had bladder cancer. We knew that his chances were going to be 8 to 9 months of life. So rather than looking for a standard adopter, we were looking for someone who would provide more hospice care for Navy. We found a wonderful lady who's worked with a rescue before who took on Navy, and we switched it from calling it hospice care to calling it retirement care because Navy was doing so well. And unfortunately, yesterday was Navy's last day. But during that brief period of time that he was with a loving mom, he had a great life, and he wasn't in a cage anymore, and he wasn't being kept in a situation that wasn't great for any dog. And that's the type of thing that we hope for with every dog that we bring in and every cat.
And for more information about the Animal Rescue Foundation of Illinois, please visit them at arfil.org. Coming up next, we get an inside look at Matt Elias' lasting impression on the show and all of its workers. But first, here's a look at your community calendar.
On Wednesday, October 11th through the 15th, the Morton Arboretum will be hosting the Glass Pumpkin Patch from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. There will be glass demonstration and art exhibits and opportunities to meet the artists. For more information on this event, visit their website at www.mortonarb.org. On Sunday, October 22nd, the Wheaton Animal Hospital will be hosting a Halloween party and adoption event from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. For more information, visit their website at www.wheatonanimalhospital.com. And through the entire month of October, Cosley Zoo will be hosting a Pumpkin Fest. For more information, visit www.wheatonparkdistrict.com.
On July 5th, 2017, Matt Elias lost his 6-year battle with cancer. Matt was a beloved crew member. Students from the Motion Picture Television Department came together to celebrate our friend Matt.
So I met Matt in fall of 2015. He took my television studio production course, which is an introduction to television directing. And I remember someone coming up to me at the end of that semester, I believe it was Tony, because I was looking for a student to edit because my current editor was not going to be coming back in the spring. And he introduced me to Matt, and I remember being like, can you edit? Can you do graphics? And like, that's just kind of how I am, like in your face about it. He's like, yeah, I can do it. I'm like, okay, then you're hired, you got the job.
You know, I met him a couple of years ago. We felt he'd be a good fit for doing graphics for the news, and he never let me down. He never let the department down. He never let the newscast down. He was always spot on, worked hard, nose to the grindstone, and you know, he always got the job done, and he did it really, really well.
Easily my favorite memories of Matt every day, because my name is Matt and his name's Matt. I'd either be working at the cage or we'd just be walking around. Anytime we'd see each other, if it was down the hall, we'd just kind of like stop and we'd like peer around a corner if we were just about to like walk into somewhere, and we'd be like, oh hey Matt. He'd be like, oh hey Matt. I'd be like, hey Matt, and we'd just say, oh hey Matt, for like 5 or 6 times, and be like, okay, bye.
I remember the first year we went down to ISU to collect our silver Dome awards when we won, and
they had a popcorn machine, and it's for anyone who's in the lobby.
He's like, there's a popcorn machine, and you could just go help yourself. It's free. It's free popcorn.
He's like, guys, there's free popcorn.
I just remember him getting up, come down, sitting back on the couch, and he was like a little kid with like new candy every single time.
So the rest of the night, every time you wanted to look for Matt, he was at the popcorn machine with the scoop, and there was popcorn all over the floor, but he was so excited. I've never seen anyone so excited about free popcorn in my life.
And eventually he is actually starting to like, am I eating too much popcorn? Oh, I shouldn't be eating all this.
But that was him. He was so fun. He was a kind soul, and I'll miss him.
And I have a good memory in the fact that one of the last things that I was able to do with Matt was to go to Topgolf. And we had planned to go to Topgolf as a group. And he really did want to go. But near the end of the semester, his back was causing him so much pain. He came up to me that morning. He said, Jen, I'm not going to be able to go. My back is just killing me. And I said, you're not going to go? I really wanted you to go. And then he came back. He's like, I think I'm going to do that.
So, of course, me being me, I thought the great idea would be to do like rapid fire golf and just like shoot ball after ball after ball and have them like swing, swing, swing. I thought it was funny. I tried it out. And he even jumped in on it. But he really wanted to do it, and he had a lot of fun doing it. It is something he was looking forward to.
So we had all gone there, and for whatever reason, I took 2 pictures with only 2 students that day. Just me and a student, and it was a student who was moving back because she was an exchange student, and it was Matt. I wanted a picture with Matt that day. I don't know why, but I did. And so I always look back at that picture and of the day, and I would say probably everyone would say that that was just a really fun time that we shared together.
Thank you for joining us on this special edition of Inside COD. We'll see you back here in November.